Hmm. Hello. Alright. It says we're live. Let me see how long it's, Alright, the stream duration came up early. I just want to give it a minute just to stabilize. Like, not to go running around immediately until I'm, like, good and sure that the stream is working. So we've been up for 30 seconds. Okay. Well, welcome back to my Conan Exiles stream. I'm just kind of doing some randomness tonight. Anyone who wants to let me know if you happen to drop in that drops should be enabled on this channel. So unless I've misunderstood something about how that works, then like somebody watching this for an hour should be able to get the current drop, which is the blood crystal mace. Be nice to know if that's actually working. But yeah, the new event with the I haven't really played this in a little bit because I had a little bit of a rough time one night that like I was like, okay, that's enough Conan for now, and I'm gonna put this aside, because what happened was I tried to solo the boss dungeon. I kind of did not understand that this was basically going to be a raid boss, and that is going to be like, it was not really designed to be balanced for solo adventurers, without some serious shenanigans. And if there's a good way to try to cheese that encounter, I haven't found it yet. But it's a very long arena battle. Hey Rocky, what's up? Yes, I'm streaming. It's amazing, isn't it? People thought I would never come back. Come on, you want to see the internet? No? What do you want? I think you were, if I try to like put you on camera, you were probably not having it today, so just please don't walk in front of the monitor while I'm trying to do this. My assistants have come to check on me and make sure that the stream quality is optimal. I'm sure Rambo's around here somewhere. They're always helping. So, do I have anyone on the wheel? I do not. Yeah, I haven't played. So anyway, yeah, I attempted the Karak dungeon, and didn't go so well. I attempted it multiple times, and it went like pretty poorly every time. I mean, the first time I sort of didn't know what I was doing and died, obviously, which is, predictable because it was like a first run. Second time the game crashed when I thought I was doing well, because it said that the files were corrupt and I had to verify files and whatever, so that wasn't, and when I loaded back in, I was kicked out of the dungeon, and my followers were still in there, and I had to wait for them to do the whole, going from, since they're not following anymore, going to, scouting and then returning home and so on and so forth, because otherwise there's no way to get back in there unless you pay the 30 blood crystals again, and I figured the safest way to get them out of there would be just let them tether back out. I think they fixed that in an update since then, that if you die, it kicks your followers out with you, because on subsequent attempts I noticed that seemed to be working, that you would just, they also do not rob you of your equipment, you don't, because since you wouldn't be able to go back to recover your corpse, they kick you out with all your equipment still on you, and so you'll respawn by your bedroll or whatever with your followers, except other detail I didn't know about that. Now, I do not want to spoil it for people who want to experience and attempt it themselves, but it is not made at all clear when you go in that it is a timed event and that you have to finish the whole thing in 15 minutes or less. And I know that like games do this all the time of like, oh well, we've armed the self-destruct, and you have like we have to do everything so and so immediately, and and of course there's like you can go do 10 side quests and come back and like basically nothing changes because it's just like the supposed time limit is just being mentioned for story reasons. Not really the case here. Once you go in, you have like, and I mean like basically from the second you step into the teleporter, you like and pop into the dungeon, you have 15 minutes to get everything done, which for a solo run is really going to be a tall order. Unless you're, a lot better optimized than I am, because I finally got to the point where, like, I made yet another run at it, and if you do fail the time limit, like, if the time goes by and that, like, and I also had problems with things like, things that are supposed to spawn or supposed to happen after a certain point at each wave in the fight, like frequently fail to trigger. Like one of like the sorcerer, like the first sorcerer I was supposed to try to fight, I just couldn't get him to become hittable, basically. And that happened a couple of times, that he like just would never come out to fight me, and I would just gradually get worn down by the first wave. And it's also like, since I don't know how the dungeon working, because I didn't want to spoil myself on anything. I was like, well, is this, not sure if glitching or working, because I didn't know, like, is there something I'm supposed to do that I'm not doing, or is the thing just broken? And so yeah, like what finally like made me decide that it was enough was that I had an attempt that I got stuck on one of the waves, the time limit ran out, and when the time limit runs out, it instantly kills you and your followers, basically. Like, it just kills everything in the room. It's an unavoidable scripted thing that you can't do anything about because you were supposed to be done by then. And I like basically got kicked out of the dungeon, looked at my followers list, and realized that I just lost a level 20 horse and a level 20 bearer. And I was like, you know what? And by that point, I was so fed up that I was like, I did something I've literally never done before in this game, which is revert a save. That I went through my saves, and I looked for one before I went to go do that. And after some trial and error, I mean, fortunately, I also keep my save directory backed up to another directory on another drive, just in case anything ever happens, because the game went through a series of rough updates at one point that, like, everything was kind of, it was kind of touch and go from one update to the next, and I was like, if they ever push an update that starts causing save corruption or whatever, I want to have backups so that I don't lose, because I've basically been, this save, this world in Exiled Lands is basically what I've been doing since I started playing the game, which was, I don't know how many years ago now. I would actually have to go look, but it was pretty early, because it was back when, like, I mean, it was so long ago that it was like before followers had levels. That was not, it was relatively early on. It was like, because I remember I was playing through stuff like the dodge nerf, the food nerf, and the follower update that made the followers gain progression and so on and so forth. Excuse me. So I've been here for a while, but basically I just kind of retired my bearer over here because yeah, but this bearer and this horse would not still be with us, except that I reverted a save, just full disclosure for anybody who cares. Like, I was fortunate, I found a save that I would we were all still in my base in by the river, where I just had like the big one, and I just finished all my preparations to go to the Mechamosa Spire, but I hadn't actually set out yet. and there didn't seem to be anything wrong with that save, so I made that, I should actually probably, maybe I should sometime, that would be an idea for a YouTube video sometime if I wanted to just do like a quick, like, like 5-minute guide on like how to revert a save if you want to do that, like if you're, in solo game or whatever. It's not really that difficult if you know, like, if you know where they are. It's like under where the game is installed. There's a directory called Conan Sandbox, and then there's one inside that for just says saved, and it's like, all your saves are in there. So I mean, if you copy that to somewhere else and hang on to it, you have a backup of like. Well, also the game itself makes multiple saves because it's like every few minutes. Like I think on mine, like the timestamps are like 5 minutes apart, so it's like basically every 5 minutes it sort of like renames or recopy, like copies the old save and like makes and starts a new one and numbers them. So you might have like 30 or 40 in there, which gives you several points to go back to if like the game started, did something weird and like some of your saves are corrupt or not working. But like, there'll be like a file called game.db, and then there's ones that are like, game underscore backup underscore number.db or whatever, that sort of thing. And, if you would like, if you basically you can replace GameDB with one of those and you'll roll back to whatever was going on at that point. So anyway, enough about that. I mean, the dungeon is actually kind of like, there's some really cool parts. Like, I mean, I love the way that the dungeon starts, and like, I'm like, wow, I'm totally here for this. And after a few attempts, I'm like, yeah, I'm not here for this anymore. So, I think I was trying to level her up a little bit. Yeah, she's 19. I could probably get her to 20 tonight without too much difficulty. What do I have on? Why do I have a bunch of... Oh, yeah, because I just went to Separate Mirror and bought water again. Well, I bought orbs that I could fill with water. I always seem to need more of those than I have, or at least want more than I have, because I started making all the recipes that require soups, and you need a water for every soup, and you need to, like, cook these to make purified water, which you can then use to make soup, which is then used as an ingredient in a bunch of other recipes, like the exquisite stew, which is what I'm usually feeding thralls these days when I'm leveling them. So, and some of those, I think the exquisite stew, I think like some of these are like specialist cooking. So if you have to find the cookbooks in the world first. Let me bring my horse, I guess. What do I have on my horse? Oh, and I went farming. I thought maybe having more poison on me would help, so I went and farmed a bunch of sand reapers to make reaper poisons. Oh, and I was going to go do some of the... That's another thing I have available. Well, I don't have enough coin to buy it yet. But I was going to get like some of these, another set of the Mad Prophet armor. But that's scattered around like different Catan camps around the world, and I forget where every one of them is that I have to go to. Yeah, so what should I do first here? I don't know why I have this out. Oh yeah, I went and yeah. Alright, I remember. There's my torches. Have I really used up this many torches? I guess I have. I'm just going to take the rest of these, because why not? Alright, I don't think I have anything on me that I shouldn't have. I think I just checked my forces inventory and didn't actually bring them with me. Hold on. Okay, now they're following. Right. one of these on me for some reason. Oh yeah, and I can use this to get, I'm starting to use the food for the, because I realize the buffs on from some of the fancy foods are actually pretty good now that, like that exotic feast is going to give me strength weapon damage plus 15% for, like, a long time, so. Oh, I didn't mean to go, oh. Now, you know what, I'll be alright, actually. I think I have to check this area anyway. Yeah, I was going to go to the sinkhole first and go shoot some more undead hyenas for demon blood, but it's not terribly urgent right now. So why is this out here? There. And I have E set to my commands and I keep booping it by accident. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I've been doing some other stuff lately. I've been doing a lot of Destiny 2 because I should do another stream of that, actually, because I finally got comfortable enough with the competitive modes that I'm actually kind of starting to enjoy them. I feel like I can play Crucible without feeling like I'm a total hindrance to my team, and I'm actually getting pretty good at Gambit. So I've been playing those a lot. I finished my Crucible outfits for my other characters, and I mean, I finished the one for Hunter a while ago, but I did the ones for Titan and Warlock, and I have also been working on the suits for Gambit, and I have all, like, I'm done with the ones for Gambit, all except, like, one piece for my Warlock that, for some reason, the gloves always feel like, it seems like on most of my suits, the gloves were the last piece to drop. I don't know if that's, if the drop tables are kind of biased against them or something, but it seems like I usually get the, you know, the helmet, the chest, and everything else before I get the gloves. I actually want to, if I'm going to do what I'm thinking about doing, I want to park them over here first so that they're somewhere safe. I just want to check to see if this is one of the ones that I need to, but I'm probably going to have to, like, either fight people or knock them out at the very least. Because this is, for some reason, honestly, like, one of the few things, like, I love a lot of things about this update. Again, don't take this as me, like, trashing Funcom or whatever when I criticize the game. I criticize out of love. But, like, putting this in a hostile area where you can't even go walk up to these guys and talk to them about getting attacked, like, that was dumb. They could have just put it, like, over there or over where I parked my followers. Would have made a lot more sense. I have bullied these guys so many times that I feel bad killing them just because they're here. So I started, like, you know, because this is like a very early farming area, and I did a lot of farming here.
Yard, what was that?
Nobody. You know, I could capture another one of those Catan guards, I'm just saying. I already caught one of them. Oh, fuck me. Well, the one with the spear will probably kill me, so. You know, everything is just a disaster right now. Go away. Jesus. Oh, for crying out loud. And also, why are they teaming up to attack me? Either, you know, this is also like, you know, it's like I didn't attack the Catan guards at all. It's kind of like annoying, like in Seprimero, like, you know, the city guards who are theoretically supposed to keep you from getting mugged. It's like, you know, like the prowlers or whatever attack you, and then like your, you know, the guards basically join in on their side, and I'm like, gee, thanks. I'm just gonna go until they tether. Go away. Stop. What are you doing with your life? Stop it. Get some help. Actually, listen for once. Yeah, so I just, like, I mean, of course, you know, a smart person would have just looked this up beforehand and seen, like, you know, which, you know, where do you have to go to get the outfit pieces instead of, like, wandering around getting into fights like this. I could use a smart person. I should probably hire one. Supply materials. Bracer of the Mad Prophet. Okay, so I do need a piece from here. I just don't have enough coin on me at the moment. I'll come back here alone sometimes. Like, see, the reason I didn't take my followers with me is that my followers would have ended up, like, killing everyone. And on top of that, you know, it's just, that's a really... If you want to fight the whole camp, that's kind of an exhausting waste of time. Because they don't drop anything that great that I need that much. I remember when, you know, farming them for the corruption powder was a thing, but of course that entire skill is, like, irrelevant now because they kind of, you know, they talked about that, like, when they, you know, when they did the sorcery update and we could start making undead followers in a different way now. They were kind of like, yeah, sorry, we had to crash that Honda. You know, that the Witch Doctor feat is just not a thing, like, not a thing anymore. I mean, one of the nice things about that is that they said they left all the code in the game for people who want to mod it back in. I don't know if it's still there after all these updates, but I mean, I think it, if, you know, unless something has changed, I guess it probably is. But, basically for balance reasons and whatever, it's like, you know, if we had a completely... You know, having Witch Doctor and having this, like, sort of, like, they didn't want to have both of them for some reason, so... I still have some of the undead followers I made with the corrupted bones. They're up on the roof of my... Actually, since we're right here, I could show you. Let me go call an elevator and get up there. Yeah, this is my golem. Well, the first one I ever created. This is just an iron golem. I just had all the parts, so like iron leg, iron arm, chest, head, etc. The only annoying thing about the trying to place that guy is, like, everywhere I tried to put him, even on, like, empty parts of this completely paved floor, it was like has to be placed on walkable surface. That it was kind of glitching. This is what the new bedroll from the past looks like. The Tyrannian bedroll. A lot of the cool stuff from the Battle Pass is, it's a nice war paint. I'm half thinking about that one. You can get the scimitar and a blood crystal warhammer. I think there's a blood crystal sword. Actually, mate, I have those at the blacksmith's bench, actually. I'm using the new bow because I love the way, like, all my other weapons were from the Treasures of Turon set that I usually use. Like the, you know, the warhammer, the mace, the daggers. So, like, this at least kind of good. I mean, I love the snake bow from the previous Battle Pass too, but this is, I like the way this looks. This is very, very elegant. Let me see if I have the... I watched someone else's channels until I got the drop for the Blood Crystal Mace, so I guess I could show you that too. Where is it? Okay, Blood Crystal Mace. Oh, you actually have to cough up blood crystals for this one. Interesting. See, one of the funny things about the... like the Blood Crystal Maul from the Battle Pass and the Blood Crystal Sword... They both just use star metal. You don't actually have to use blood crystals in their construction. So I guess I have to go get some blood crystals then. Oh, we're not going to be making anything if I don't. Also wonder, I hope they remembered, like, not to make it, like, require blood crystals to repair, because otherwise it's like once this event is over and the, blood crystal monsters aren't a thing anymore. I guess that would be kind of useless, wouldn't it? Because you'd never be able to repair them or make them again. Yeah, but the Twitch drops. I got the first drop, which was the tame rabbit, and I honestly don't know what to do with it yet. Is it under sorcery? Trying to remember exactly where Iron Slate Guardian. Oh, that's from Battle Pass. All right, got it. So apparently I don't have to stick points in that. Yeah, I'm trying to find out where the thing with the bunny is. Yes, there's a bunny. I'm looking for this for a reason, but ancestral knowledge maybe. Okay, this is handcrafted, it says, but handcrafted from what? That's what I don't understand. Let me look at that again. Yeah, see, I have tame white rabbit. But I have to get wild hair first, and I've never found a wild hair anywhere, unless that's like a SIPTA-only thing or something. I've never found a house cat either, so I don't know where you're supposed to get those. Unless there's somewhere to buy these things that I'm not aware of. Festive crested lapdog. I never knew. Wait a minute. I thought that oh, maybe now that I linked my Twitch accounts, I actually have this, because I thought I missed out on this one. Because this was festive crested lapdog was a Christmas drop. That was during the Christmas event. Now I wonder if that actually works. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, see, I have to go look up how some of this works. I'm going to have to go watch some YouTube videos or something. But anyway, let me just go get some blood crystals for right now. Actually, I'll put one of my swords on or something so that I can go whack this thing when it pops up. I'll also use my hammer. Also, I hope it actually pops up, because sometimes it seems like, depending on how recently I whacked one of these, like, you know, they seem to take a long time to come back. Hello? There you go. Whee! Alright, let me put my pickaxe on. Hope the stream quality is good for everyone, and as always, I hope that life is treating you well wherever it is you happen to be in the world. Having a good day, night, or whatever. I've actually been doing pretty reasonably well IRL lately. You know, it was a little bit of a struggle for a while. We've been dealing with some stuff at home. But, I mean, you know, I'm not going to say we're not still dealing with some stuff, but it seems to have, seems to be going our way for once, so, you know, we're making the best of it. Whee! Yeah, I wanted to return to stream because I really miss doing this. I haven't done this in a while. So now I have the blood crystals. I should have enough to make at least one mace over here. Definitely going to be making just one, I think, because I'm not wasting blood crystals. I'm making a bunch of these. I still have so much stuff that I need to spend blood crystals on. Let's see how this turns out. See, I'm wondering if these other recipes were supposed to require blood crystals but don't, or if they just like forgot to put that in there, or they forgot to take it out of this one. Maybe they made a decision at some point that like, well, you know, making the player spend blood crystals on this kind of sucks. So honestly, I would have left. I mean, if we're gonna, I would have tried to make them consistent. If we're gonna leave it out of these, should have left it out of this too. But you know, here we are. I'm not really that into the drops for the most part, because like they had Twitch drops for like one of the really early seasons of this. What was it 48 and 20? Does that compare to my oh yeah, I have like, see, I'm having this Smith, this named Smith has the better armor penetration ability, whereas like the ones over by like the volcano entrance at my other base, they have the better damage ability. See, these actually have two different, yeah, they have two different abilities here. So if depending on which table I build this bow at, or if I build a bow, it's going to have different stats depending on which table I made it at. Wouldn't hurt to put a damage mod on this. Alright, well, it's fairly respectable. Oh, also I picked up a legendary weapon that I haven't dropped off yet. I should do something with that. Let's see if I can fit it in the vault somewhere. My vault is a disaster area right now. I don't even know where to start. I probably didn't need like 15 copies of Forge Light, but here we are. Okay. 6 Glimmer Moon, really? How often do I actually use any of these? Yeah, so I think maybe I'm going to start taking some of this out of storage, and it gives me another extra spaces to put stuff back in here. I don't know why I thought hardened steel, like considering how easily I make it now. I guess I was stashing some back when it was still hard for me to deal with the volcano and stuff. But I don't know why I thought like, oh, I have to keep this in the vault because, you know, it's irreplaceable. Yeah, it really isn't. I mean, you've seen me run around that area and sort of do whatever I want there now, so. I have the feats to do, like, the master weapon fittings. I just don't really use them all that much. I don't know, I feel like they're almost like a little bit OP, you know. And also I feel a little weird using that because I technically, like, I think you get that from War Master Dungeon, and I have technically never really finished War Master Dungeon. Like, I haven't actually ever managed to defeat the bosses. I basically just ran through and touched the tablets and ran for my life. So it feels a little cheesy to use that when I haven't actually conquered that area. I'm going to throw some of these furs on the Tanner table. I'm still going to show you those undead, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Keep my fragments of power in here because reasons. I know you can, like, eat these for extra skill points, and it just seems like a waste considering all the things you can craft from them, so I don't do that. I could make a few more silver coins. Put these dyes away. Another weird thing I have in inventory is, where are we actually? I don't know why I keep making these. There's absolutely no point to it now. Yeah, anyway, another weird thing I have is, it's like this is a boss drop from Tyros that you need for to make the keystone. Why do I build places with, like, one door? I used to do that a lot. I also didn't used to use followers a lot. Until they made them awesome. Why not leave a stack of this where I actually use it? That's better. Still have some of the potions from the, well, you can't see them right now, but the part's going to be under my face cam, but I have some of the, I have Elixir of Darkness, Potion of Invisibility, and Potion of Lightning Storm. I haven't used any of those yet. From the, those are like some of the Battle Pass drops also. Where are we going? Just going to drop this in here for now. No, actually, not even. I know it seems like kind of a lot of busy work in here, but it's actually, it's kind of relaxing for me to just sort of putter around my base and do this nonsense sometimes. You know, sometimes it's fun to just come in here and just zone out and harvest some resources and reorganize things, upgrade some structures, you know, stuff like that. You know, these guys were facing the river, and they're not anymore, and I don't know why, and I'm kind of almost afraid to move them to figure out, like, why the game decided they're suddenly facing the other way. I'm pretty sure I didn't put them like that. I think that elevator's coming, right? Yeah, alright. Excuse me. Oh, my indigo is ready. It was bothering me a little bit that I was trying to make blue dye, and I somehow managed to have, like, no indigo left, so... I might actually just harvest this right now, since I'm right here. Also, as you can see, I have enough fertilizer to do this a lot. Been making it for a very long time and didn't really start growing stuff regularly with it for maybe like the first year that I played the game. So my Orb of Nurgle is up here with my folding screen, my tents. Nice little comfy area. I used to have a bedroll over here. Actually, maybe I should put my bedroll back up there. Kind of liked having it here. Why don't I just, I mean, you know, what I really should do is I should actually use bedrolls like they're supposed to be used and use them to, like, you know, make sure I don't die when I'm out somewhere. Or that I don't get worked all the way back here when I'm in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so I have, like, a bunch of undead hyenas. I have undead kappa. No, really, I do. Undead monstrosity. These are supposed to be skeletal serpent men or something, which is kind of weird to me because they look like, unless I'm mistaken, they're a little taller than serpent men. So I'm like, is this like, you know, these like some Frankenstein made together of like different serpent man bones that they only took the biggest ones, or you know, is there some other kind of magic involved? But yeah, these guys are fun, and they inflict bleed, so that's kind of useful. I don't really take them out too much anymore because unless I want to like mod that mod Witch Doctor back into the game, as was mentioned previously, you know, if I manage to get them destroyed, I can't replace them. Let me just skid down here. You could also used to be able to make skeletons. Although to make like a good skeleton, you needed a fragment of power, which I used to have trouble getting. How is she doing? All right. I think we're gonna go shoot some undead hyena or something. Oh yeah, the water. Why am I not dropping the water off? I'm not carrying this around. I mean, these glass globes weigh almost nothing when they're empty, but I mean, once you actually fill them, they actually have pretty significant weight. You don't want to just carry them around all day. I fill up that chest usually, and then put the rest of these on one of the alchemy benches or something, I guess, or over by the stoves. I will just dump these here for now. Oh, also I'm carrying all that leather that I was stashing in there for no reason. I just hate to see empty space in a chest, so I was like trying to put stuff away. Armor's pretty good condition. I don't need more repairs right now. I'm not really carrying any food on me right now, am I? I should pick something to take with me. I mean, I guess this is as good as anything. I had something else in mind, and it's already flying out of my brain here. I don't have to cook this right now, but at least let me just chuck it over there. Oh yeah, I was going to put the indigo away. So I made a bunch of this. Yeah, some of the war paints need a blue dye. So I'm just going to put this over here. Superman arrows. I have plenty of those. I really should consider making more of the obsidian arrows because they were really good and they were really helpful. I mean, they're a little like they're a smidgen more powerful than this, but they have like better armor penetration. And I also have a lot of obsidian that I don't know what to do with because I went and actually turned a whole stack of steel into obsidian that one time, and didn't realize it was going to take 2 hours. That was kind of funny, and I'm kind of glad that like I wasn't stuck there on stream for 2 hours, like, you know, like talking about my childhood or something. What I actually ended up doing that time is funny because like I had in another tab, I basically just I had like some 2-hour YouTube video that like I like to rewatch now and then, and like, you know, I basically just had that playing in the background just to have something to listen to, like it was a podcast basically. But it was me like, you know, listening to Eli the computer guy explain how to be a YouTuber, and like, you know, and pressing a key to use ice now and then. So yeah, I was going to go get those hyenas. Alright. Are we working? Okay, great. Yep. Hanging on to some torches, because even with the light spell, I'd like to actually have regular torches sometimes. It's not really worth casting a light spell if I just need to duck into a dark area for a minute. Alright, so which way is the sinkhole again? Guess it's that one. Alright. Gonna hang out here for a minute until the things I want to bop spawn in. Ready? Great. She still has the serpent bow on her, but I'm using the Turanian composite. So to get her a little bit of experience at least. Aside from which I can always use this to make more arrows, so... Maybe I should just set her to attack all, because if she keeps waiting for every one of them to make their move, it's going to get tedious. Alright. Get my skinning knife. Boop. Boop. More feral flesh that I don't know what to do with, because I don't use it that much. It's fine. Hate just throwing it out or dropping it. You know, there are starving exiles in the world. You finish your plate, young man. But Mom... Alright, with the good archery bench... Archery bench, what am I talking about? With the good carpenter bench, it takes 7... Because it like with the... It should take 10 demon blood, but with the bonus from like the improved carpenter bench, you can make it with... make 10 arrows with 7 demon blood. So 70 is enough for one stack of 100 arrows. And it takes most main ingredients are demon blood and iron. So if you have those, you're good to go. So it's a way to get very good arrows when you don't necessarily even have to make steel to do that. But the recipe for Serpent Man arrows is only, well, for the Serpent Man stuff in general is you have to be, I mean, you would certainly have to have steel by then to get that recipe because it's like near the end of the volcano. So, but I think it's actually with the tablet in the Well of Skelos, like just before you jump in, which is super easy to miss, by the way. I know there's probably a lot more of the Blood Crystal Beasts than I've actually seen in the world yet, but I've only seen them spawn in 3 different places so far. Like the one that I just whacked, there's one up in the Snowy Mountains by Skyfall Ridge, and there's the one by the Shrine of the Oracle in the volcano, and I've yet to figure out... No, this is where you buy the followers from. Supply materials. War Spear. I think... Oh, they don't have one of the outfit pieces here. This isn't one of those camps, I think. Which way was I headed from here? I guess there's several places I could go. I could just, like, I mean, I want to ultimately, like, drop her off back by my Hidden Way base again, I think. So I could just head north toward the Highlands. Also, I have my horse carrying a bunch of coal that I don't really know where to drop off. Okay, this is a bunch of, okay, here's some cheap experience. I can just whack these for a bit. I remember there being a whole lot of them over here. How much demon blood did I get out of that? It's not too bad. Yeah, that red beacon of light is the is Mechamosis base. That's his Mechamosis spire. Mechamosis is the sorcerer that you talk to for quest stuff in this the Age of Sorcery 3 event. I can't pick that up, so I don't know what where I'm supposed to get wild hair from. And why am I climbing a rock? I'm trying not to whack the bunny because there was a bunny hopping around here a second ago. I'm going to feel really bad if I kill a bunny for no reason. Even an imaginary digital bunny. Oh, there's more of them over here. Alright, cool. Alright. Have at thee. Do I see more of these around here? Yep. Alright. I knew there's some this way. I think this is where I was farming that coal last time, which is why I have so much. I mean, I could... There's really nothing stopping me from farming some more, I guess. So. Alright, so some of these are actually coal rock noses that'll drop coal. Generally, they tend to be made of whatever the minerals in the area are, so you know, if you kill the ones by the volcano, you'll get obsidian and so on. Alright, we definitely have to put some of this on the horse. Rather have them come over here than have to chase them. That bow is pretty cool looking. I mean, to be clear, those are basically like that when you get the cosmetic for its like different bow or different weapon, the stats are still comparable to like depending on whether you're making the iron version or the star metal version, the stats are basically comparable to existing gear, so it's not like a pay to win thing. The only sense in which I think it's an advantage is that you know, if you have those, like you can put points into the thing in your knowledge that gives you, like for example, where am I? Like if I put points into Bow's Epic, that unlocks like all of the, you know, all of the DLC cosmetic versions of the Star Metal Bow or whatever, without actually having to put points into Star Metal Bow separately. Or whatever. Well, or actually, well, at this I think now you get this actually with the whatever, but yeah, see, I think this might actually be... I'm trying to remember if they actually changed this, because I didn't remember if you got, like, Star Metal Daggers, like, with Specialist Weapon, or had to, like, do it... I think you did, though. I don't know. I have to look at the update history. Yeah, but basically you'll have, like, a bunch of, different things unlocked. Like, I think a better example would be... See, Two-Handed Epic will unlock the Star Metal Greatsword, but all of the, like, say if I wanted, like, a Star Metal Warhammer, I think I would have to, yeah, I would have to put points into that, except that, like, I have DLCs that have, like, Star Metal versions of the Warhammer also. So yeah, so for example, if I have like, I have the Turanian set that I'm using. See, for Treasures of Turan gives you Turan Two-Handed Weapons Epic, which If you just have to like put points into two-handed weapons epic, which ordinarily just give you the star metal greatsword as a recipe, and the ability to make the weapon handles at the carpenter's bench that you need to craft that. But this gives you greatsword, warhammer, and pike that are all like equivalent of the star metal versions. So that does save some knowledge points. So if you have like at least one of the DLCs, you probably, it sort of gives you a leg up on some of the iron weapon recipes as far as variety anyway, and the star metal recipes. So you don't have to sink as many points to be able to build a lot of different things. And I don't particularly mind that. I can still harvest a little more coal and get away with packing it away on the horse here. Now I don't know what I'm going to do with all this, because I think most of my bases anyway are actually pretty well stocked on coal right now. I also do not remember which way I was headed. Well, I know that I'm trying to get to the highlands, so let me just head toward the volcano spires, peaks over there in the distance. I should know that I'm going roughly the right direction, I hope. Oh, and there's going to be some of those like lizards and stuff down here. Yeah, these are always a nuisance. It just annoys me how easily they hit me with that poison attack, even when I'm trying to dodge it most of the time. They're not much of a threat, but, at the state that I'm at right now, but... Oh, well, here we go. It's all in the reflexes. And they're going to attack my horse instead, so I miss. There we go. I can hear other ones are excited to see me, and I don't see them yet. I'm not even harvesting these because I just have nowhere to put any of this stuff right now. Also don't remember if this area was important for anything. I think the only bases I have that aren't like super stocked up on coal right now would be probably those ones that I started to fortify along, like those ones that were just little like shit shacks before, and now I'm actually starting to turn them into bases. The ones that were between my Hidden Way base and my Skyfall Ridge base. I think I might have shown some of that in one of my Axe of the Lion. I've never heard of that. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. Supply material. Fighter. Okay, so I guess they don't probably have the... No. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have one of the outfit pieces here either. I used to know where they were, I just don't remember. I know one's by the volcano, one's by the river. The one in Seppermero I know I got already. Because I went all the way there, like to get, and while I was there, I got the flasks.
No closer, human.
I mean, you know, I'm actually pretty willing to just like check out here because I don't need to fight them. Won't be able to carry anything I get anyway. Am I getting stuck on a tree? Is that where I am in my life right now? This is what it's come to. Let me get on my horse and gallop out of here. This whole area is just a disaster waiting to happen. I'm not spending all day fighting rhinos and tigers and elephants, oh my. Honey, I hope you're trying to keep up. Because we are not sticking around here. Wow, they're really determined to go punch my ticket today here. I hope she's coming back and not dying. Where the hell is she? I think I see her scooting around over there. Alright, I think she's coming. He's shooting a tree. He can't hit me. Well, I guess I could just whack these for the experience. Where does that leave her? She's about halfway there. Wow, that was embarrassing. Boop. There we go. You know, I could go in here and clean out this place. Just, let me get my magic stick out for a second here. Ahem. Alright, I shouldn't do that right now. Excuse me, I'm trying to do sorcery here. I'll peanut butter sandwiches. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing at least. Attacking my horse, probably. Oh no, it's trying to... Yeah, you know, I'm still actually... I wonder if that's... I'm assuming that's unintentional, but they do seem to... At least in my game, and I don't know if this is a glitch anyone else has experienced, but I mean, the more I look at it, I'm pretty convinced this is what's happening. I think they go after my light instead of me. Like, as my little, like, will-o-wisp is zooming around. They seem to be trying to target that. And I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. Or at least I'm pretty sure it's not. I don't think they would add that as a... I don't think that's an intended feature of the spell. Maybe that's something they'll iron out in another update, I don't know. You know, usually I'm like, oh, I can only go halfway in here, because then there's that drop that, like, that's really hard to survive. And you can't, like, and this is no climbing area, so you can't just, like, grab the side and skid down. But then I remember that I also have, I have slow fall available, so, because I have that spell now. Actually, I don't know if this is going to the bottom part or the top part. This is going to the bottom part. I can actually go clear out the top part, too, and then, yeah, Demon Spider would actually be a nice chunk of experience, and he's not too hard to get rid of. Also, I don't know what went bad in my inventory here, but whatever. Oh, oh, this stuff, right? Okay. You know what I could probably do is hanging on to these would be a lot less weight than these rocks. I think I still have one more poison to put on my Warhammer. Yeah, between all this, I should be able to get rid of this guy. The Zath trainer, if anyone cares. I've already learned. He doesn't have any dialogue. He was kind of stuck him in here as an afterthought after Sipta, so that people could get their religion in both settings. I might actually want to switch to my, because it's going to run out in 2 bites here, so. Alright, well. Let me see what I can do. He's not one of the worst bosses to fight. He's fairly predictable. Although he does hit fairly hard. And he does... See, that does corruption, but I have a dancer with me, so that's almost irrelevant. Also, I should probably move some bandages over here, just in case. I feel like the giant spider bosses that do poison are much, much more of a problem. And, wow, am I getting whacked. Oh, he's still on me. Alright. He hasn't aggroed on her yet. I'm just gonna trust that she can keep him busy for a minute. As soon as the poison runs out on this, I'm gonna switch to a different weapon. So I can continue doing stacks. There we go, alright. That attack isn't, like, really that deadly, it's just really, really annoying. It interrupts whatever graceful bullshit you were attempting to get away with at the moment. Alright. These are still poisoned. Ow. I don't know why this thing is still bothering her. Yeah, she's taking a beating, but she's gonna make it. We're definitely winning this one. Unless I keep doing shit like that. heal. If I go in and screw up again like that, I'm dead. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Crying out loud. And he is not long for this world. Should have skeleton key and see what legendary they saddled me with today. Oh, that's a good one. Sledge of Suthalenti. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It doesn't really have any special gimmicks. It's just a pretty standard legendary that just gives you an attribute bonus or something. Well, now, well, none of these things give direct attribute bonuses anymore. They give, it's 3/4 of the way there. They give you a bonus to whatever that attribute did. So, like, instead of, say, a weapon actually raising your strength, it'll just raise, like, your damage with strength-based weapons and so on. Because actually having the attributes change. Because, like, when you have so many attribute points, every so many points you get a perk that you can unlock, and having that sort of be an on and off thing depending on what you're wearing would be a problem. Especially since they kind of changed the way perks work, is that now you actually have 2 options at certain points. So having to pick them again every time you, like, got a buff or something would be ridiculous. And they also really just probably didn't want you to be able to get perks just from a piece of equipment that you didn't actually have enough points in the attribute to get otherwise. Which is sensible. The way it worked before was honestly kind of weird. It was kind of fun and exploitable, but I can see how it was a problem. Where was the top of this cave? I don't remember. Oh, Weaver's Hollow is actually... I would actually have to go south to get to the top part. Yeah, there it is. I mean, the entrances are, like, within sight of each other. See, I don't know where we're supposed to get wild hair to tame if it's, like... Is this? Nope. Yeah, I don't know how this works. Maybe that's something you can buy from one of the NPCs somewhere. Nice try. I think I'll just use the torch for this right now. Nothing wrong with the short sword for these guys, so let's just do that. I mean, actually, if I want to... This is lit enough that I could just use the bow. I'll probably take some of these out without having to even get that close. have a nice long line of sight in some parts of this, at least. Okay, I call bullshit on that, but whatever. Somehow my arrow hit the stairs. I didn't think I was aiming at that. This used to be how you got, like, the white and the black dyes, that you would find these crystals if you could jump up or double jump up to that chest or something. And then there's, like, a little thing you could put them in that would turn them into dyes or something down there. And then I don't know why they bothered doing it that way. And then when they added the dye bench, it's just like a thing you can make now, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, the boss is not going to be back yet. It's too early. See, this part, like, there was a way that I was able to sort of, like, you can't, because this is, like, no climbing, like, you can't just skid down the side, so if you try to do that here, you will probably, like, take enough damage to die. But now I have slow fall available, and I have spell components for that, so just get down that way. No reason to come back down here, I just wanted to show how you could do that if you came in from the other entrance. Same dude is here. I'm not stopping to gather gossamer or crystals or whatever, although obviously this cave is fantastic for crystal mining, if you need a lot of crystals for something. The only thing is that, like, you know, since it's no climbing, like, some of these areas are going to be a little tricky to, you know, you'd be slipping and sliding around a little bit, because you don't realize how used to climbing you are until you can't. But with a pickaxe just sort of swinging randomly at the walls, you can still get a ton of stuff with you, so... Yeah, I'm almost up to the, where I go into the highlands. I don't mind killing some more of these because she's still pretty close to leveling up. Then I can start leveling yet another dancer, because that's all I seem to do here anymore, and I'm pretty happy with that. Alright. I need to regain stamina. I don't think this is the way I meant to go. Let me go follow the river some more. Alright, so what can we fight out here that would get her up to 20? Probably anything, really. I don't really need to do the world boss right now, so I've done that a few times. Just, it's a little bit stressful because it's pretty easy to screw up. Gives her some more of my arrows. Yeah, fighting that guy down there, it's like that's kind of those giant crocodile world bosses, like they really hit pretty hard. I mean, once you figure them out, they have a fairly predictable pattern. But, you know, you really got to watch yourself. Let's go bonk this guy. He's not as much of a threat as he used to be. Down. we're about a stone's throw from my base, so I can drop all this stuff off pretty quickly. Yeah, so another game that I've been playing a little bit was Dead by Daylight, and I actually went like last like rank cycle. Well, I mean it's grade, not rank, whatever. But like before the rank reset on the 13th, I actually made Survivor 1 and Survivor Iridescent 1 and Killer Iridescent 1 at the same time, and it's a little bit of a grind, but like I'm kind of glad I did it because I'll probably certainly never do that again, and probably certainly not after this update. There was another balance update that was kind of fixed a lot of things that weren't broken, and I'm getting a little weary of that nonsense. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, the really sad part is, like, as far as quality of life stuff, the game is actually thriving. Like, as far as, like, they added accessibility features, they added an automatic way to spend experience, like, spend blood points in the blood web, like, which is how you advance your character in that. And, I mean, that's all great, and it works. But, you know, then there's also, you know, there's also some absolute nonsense they did. Like my least favorite thing about the whole update is that they killed off, they got rid of killer-specific light interactions, like things like you could do with the flashlight, like only to certain killers in certain situations, because for some reason they decided that was a huge problem, even though it really isn't. So, I mean, there were parts like, you know, there were parts of those things that, like, I was like, you could do that, because they said they were talking about the things they removed, and there were things I didn't even realize you could do, because almost nobody ever actually did them. But, you know, I feel like it's like changes like that, they're kind of sucking the personality out of the game a little bit at a time, and I'm really a little disappointed in that they keep going in that direction. It's just, you know, I mean, it's part of, like, I mean, the nerfs fell very heavily on the survivors and not the killer. And, of course, like, the killer mains are still complaining about, like, the couple of, like, really obnoxious twink perks they had that, like, got nerfed, that, like, they said that it didn't go far enough nerfing survivors. And it's just the whole conversation around that is just, like, it's so exhausting, because you're, you know, I mean, like so many things on the internet these days, it's like, how much of your life do you want to waste arguing with people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about? You know? It's like, what's, you know, do you consider that a good use of your time? Because if you really want to argue with, like, people who, you know, just seem to have unlimited free time to waste on that, you know, I feel like they're the only ones who win that interaction. But, you know, that is what it is, I suppose. Alright, I have like 13 hours of fuel in here. I don't think I need more. I don't know where I'm going to put this. I mean, I could just do this right now, just so I don't... I mean, what else am I going to do with this stuff, so... Leaving a little extra coal here wouldn't be the end of the world. Why did I do that? There's probably other places, other bases I have that need it more, though, so... It's actually a... Put this back in inventory. I can make some more arrows. I was talking about making these arrows earlier as I was gathering this stuff. Do I have any... I think I took my extra water and stuff and I put it in, actually, you know, even if I made soups here, I don't know like where I would put them because the fridges are full. I might use this meat somewhere else. Could use another one of these. Keep my strength bonus going. Rather than letting it rot, at least. I think wasn't I making an alligator in one of my bases? I think in one of my animal pens. Don't remember where. I'm carrying one of these stupid things around with me. This is like a, this is something you get from the Zath altar, but this temporarily, summons like a little spider follower for you. That like this doesn't seem to count against your follower limit of like who's already following you, but like yeah, this is basically what it does if you. Yeah, it makes one of these things that does like poison stacks on your enemies for a little bit, and I think it only lives for like a minute. But you make those at the Zath altar. You need to like make a put one of the sacrificial blood in every time that you like, you know, you harvest humans with the ritual dagger. Oh, he's so cute. Who's a good little monstrosity? Yes, you are. You are. Yeah. What a good boy. And yeah, that's as much use as you get out of that. It's gone back to the Great Feast or whatever. Let's see. So where do I go next now? Where is my next stop going to be? Oh wait, I don't think I took my arrows. Hold on. I think I started crafting them and didn't grab them. Yep. I think I'm going to head back toward Hidden Way for a little bit. Oh no! Damn it. Excuse me. Meant to do that. Just testing the physics. Yeah. I know the outfit piece from the Merchants by the Volcano I already got, so I don't need to go get that again. I mean, if I still need more XP, I could boop some of these guys. Too slow. It's not terrible. Oh, they're all coming over here. Damn it. Yeah, they saw my horse. I want to do that, like, right this second. But, oh, no. Oh, boy. Well, that's going well. Yeah, you can't really... I mean, you can't see except for the red around the edge of the screen, but I am, like, nearly dead right now already because I really screwed up. Why don't I put my bandages back over here and, yeah. That'd be smart, wouldn't it? Unlike so many of my life decisions lately. You know, bandages are cheap, so why don't I just use some? So I've been having a lot of fun with this so far. I mean, barring that fiasco in the boss dungeon, in the, like, you know, the raid boss thing. Like, other than that, I've actually been having a pretty good time with this update. So, with this, with Age of Sorcery as a whole. So I can't complain too much. And that was at least partly my fault for sort of, like, not understanding what I was getting into there. I still think that, like, as far as, like, a solo play experience, I feel like that's, I mean, if you really want to torture yourself, go ahead and take a crack at it, but you might want to dodge that if you're, if that, you know, if you're not really into, that sort of masochism. Oh, how did I miss that? That's a me problem. Let me at least see what I'm swinging at. Alright, I think we looted all these guys, right? seems like. There's another one up there. Okay. Really wrecking some faces today. Can I? Yeah, I think I can hit them from here. Wasn't sure if I had clear line of sight. I couldn't remember where they put those. It's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to hit F to loot, not E to give commands. Whenever you see weird keybinds in a game I'm playing, just assume they're my fault. I have a very strange taste in keybinds. Oh, that was easy. Definitely gathering some encumbrance here, though. Leave my horse alone. He's happily clipping into the scenery and you're interrupting his moment. I don't think there are too many of these left. This might be the last batch for this area. Well, there's a couple more down the stairs, but... Well, definitely overused stamina there for a minute. Oh, so close. Alright. Not very graceful, but got it done. And I can hear a couple more of them down there. Yeah, I know I didn't take care of these yet. Where are you going? Crying out loud. Maybe the light spell isn't what's making their pathfinding weird. Maybe they're just dumb lately. Oh, I think he was chasing her because she, like, warped ahead of me. Alright, well, it's, I think, all the skellies I'm going to find in this area, so it's probably time to get moving on. See if I can cook some of this meat before it goes bad. I mean, I can use the butchered meat to make sorcery bags now, but I've made a gajillion sorcery bags at every base that I had that has an alchemy bench, so I think I'm good on that for a bit. What did I just do? Today's episode, I completely forget how the game works. You know, you have to hit a key to grab the wall and not just assume that's going to happen. I like to loot these two chests because some of the chests around here are some like enemies now dropped the golem parts, which are always a nice find. I mean, even though I've only built one, I've got big plans. Okay, well, lightning rod guard unit, nice. You know, another thing I should probably deal with is that I have at many bases. I have one of the dumb things I have stockpiled is those like steel pickaxes, and I have so many star metal and hardened steel tools everywhere that I probably don't need to just, you know, keeping one or two as a backup in case I die and have to need it for something is one thing, but keeping a bunch of them is kind of ridiculous. Oh, I kind of was waiting for my horse to come back up here so I could dump stuff in its inventory. Yeah, how you doing, my little friend? I've got very friendly cats happy to see me streaming again. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Doesn't want to come sit in my lap today. I love how in my previous stream, like, you know, Rambo was just all up in my business right from the beginning. It's like, you know, immediate kitty cameo. That was completely unplanned. I was just like, you know, just felt him jump up in my chair, and I'm like, oh, okay. Guess we're doing this. What are you doing, Rocky? Rocky, if you want to be in front of the screen, at least be in front of the camera, and not just like walking between the screen and the keyboard. Now he's like rubbing his face on my monitor again. What are you doing, my little friend? What are you doing? Come on. You don't want to come sit with me? Come on. I mean, you want to be up where you're like stopping me from streaming, but you don't want to actually be part of the stream. Say hi. Say hi to the internet. It's my assistant Rocky. My other assistant Rambo is the one you saw last time. Come on, go find something to do. Go play with your brother. They've already been fed and watered and whatever, they're just bored. should go play with them when I get out of here. How long have I been up? Going on 2 hours here. Did she ever hit level 20? Oh, she did. I just didn't notice. Alright. Well, shame on me then. She used up the rest of her food. I'm about to park her over here by the other dancer that I caught from the volcano, so 2 of them can happily be level 20 together for a very long time while I level someone else, because I don't actually use all these level 20s, I just like having them. It's just like once you have someone maxed out, it feels like a waste when you could be giving someone else progress. Stand guard. Over here. And alright, well, they seem to be having a good time. I'm just going to leave them to it. Oh, and I better park these before they start blocking me into my, everywhere that I'm trying to walk. My horse over here. Didn't even remember that I had stuff in here. Where could I put this extra coal? Oh yeah, I was going to go visit one of my other bases, wasn't I? Who do I have over here that I've never done anything with? I think he's already level 20. He is. Alright. I know my Sumerian Berserkers here, I've never actually brought them with me to level them yet. Let me start taking care of some stuff here. This, these skulls can go in here. I can make some more of these things. Just sorting out this, that, and the other thing to the appropriate places for the moment. Use some of this, drop some of this metal off here. Oh, I didn't have iron on my horse. I think I did. probably not using this. Or that. Running out of room for some of this stuff. Okay, well, I have enough water to make soup, but I don't have enough salt, and I don't have anywhere to put it in the fridges if I do make it. So I'm still running around with this pile of meat wondering what to do with it. I'll check my other bases. I know they have room. Yeah, I don't know who I want to start taking with me next. Alright. So what now? I think I'll just maybe cook some more of these over here. Alright, now, if I want to take my horse with me, follow. Should probably take some warming food other than the exotic feast if I even have any. Do I not have any? It's kind of an oversight if I don't really. Oh, that's not where you fill them. I filled them in here. Alright, there we go. Horse, please. Don't talk back to me. I thought I had more spices, or you know what? It actually doesn't. Oh, I don't have the alchemist here that does that. Yeah, you need a really good alchemist to make bark into spices. You know what? I'll just tough it out for now. I know I still have some of these. Just in case I start getting frozen. I know at least one of those blood crystal monsters is supposed to be around here, so I can check that while I'm here. Also, I can kill some of these. How much coal do I have here? Oh, I'm already, like, overstocked on coal. I don't even know where I got all this coal that I stuck in here. Well, we could use more bark. Wonder how the compost heap is doing. That really has enough bone meal. I could use, actually, the bones I could use here for making baggies. Do I have any salt here? I don't have a stack of crystal or anything to make salt with. Not enough to matter. I might actually just want to stash this in the fridge for now. Until I figure out what to do with it. Did I leave any good spicy food here or anything? Yeah, I left this. I'm going to use this for warming up. Have some arrows that I don't really use right now. trying to see if I can do anything with this other shack to turn this into a real base as well. Don't know how much further I can expand it out because there's not a lot of room up here. Oh yeah, and there's also, I forgot to go by that. Well, I haven't gotten that far yet. But actually, let me take some resources and see if I can at least put like maybe a stove or something over there, or a couple of furnaces or whatever. I don't even remember what some of this stuff costs. You would think I would know all this by heart by now. Crafting stations. That. Overlapping with objects or terrain. Okay. They're very fussy about that now. I don't know when that started. Yeah, what do these cost again? Uh, 50 bricks and 100 iron bar. I could just make some regular bricks. Funny how, like, the recipes that require regular brick, you can't just substitute hardened brick, even though hardened brick is better. So if you already hardened all your bricks, you end up having to make more bricks. Probably be overcomplicated to add that in, though. Unless they just want to have, like, two versions of the same recipe, which would be confusing. I can see why they wouldn't do that. I know there are at least a couple of things that have double recipes, like the berry juice can be made with both types of berries, and there's two recipes for the exact same thing that stacks together. It's just one uses desert berries and one uses highland berries. So I know that they do that sometimes, they just didn't do it for this thing. I'm just making just barely enough to get this over with. Ooh. Spooky. Alright, when these fires go out, I should have enough bricks. In the meantime, what else am I doing? So I could put that legendary on here because I don't need to carry it in my pocket. That's not what I was trying to do. There we go. Oh wait, I actually do need more iron, don't I? Derp. How much iron do I have in this whole place? Oh, this is not working. It's like standing on that is not, that's not giving me my... It's not updating my spawn point. I should do something about that. So that's going to be a problem. Wouldn't let me put this here before, but let me see if it works now. That's still not, it's not giving me spawn point updated when I click on it, though, so that means it is not working. Try removing it and putting it back. I don't think my horse is helping right now. Alright, that seems to be working, maybe. I'm also wondering if, like, when my blacksmiths are sitting here eventually, if they're going to be clipping through the bed. I still can't walk past it on this side, though. I should have really planned around where I was going to put this before I did that. Why don't I just move this over here? Can't be any worse than where I already have it. Because that's really where you want the place to, like, that you're sleeping going to be, right next to somebody who's going like clunk, clunk, clunk 24/7. But it seems to work. And I can walk in and out of here. Alright, well, I'll just leave it there then. How we doing on these bricks? Alright. So I think we should be able to do that now. What do we have? Yeah, we have just enough. Alright. Let's go over there. Yeah, I know I'm just twiddling with my bases right now, but right now it's just what I'm in the mood for. Just don't want that base to be an empty box forever. You know, I realize the small base meta is like not what it used to be, because you can't really get away with like too much with a tiny base anymore, because like you need more crafting stations and they're bigger, so kind of limits what you can get away with. Not terrible. Okay, they're a little cockeyed, but maybe I'll just live with it. Oh yeah, actually, no, these are really far from the wall and everything. I don't know why I'm actually... I mean, I guess technically you really wouldn't want these, like, too close to the wall because, you know, be setting the timbers on fire running these all day, but... I mean, obviously not a thing that's really factored into this game, so who cares? I've done this before, I swear. Just doesn't seem like it. Okay, that's definitely clipping through. So this is how I end up losing like the whole day doing this. It's even worse. I'm not going to be happy with these no matter what I do. I just keep botching it for some reason. Problem is my character model is kind of blocking part of what I'm looking at that I would try to be adjusting these, so. Alright, this is definitely the last time I'm doing these, promise. Whatever way they come out now, they just come out. Whatever. I don't care. Got no fucks left to give. Yeah, I mean, that could be a lot worse. It's like one's a little farther ahead and one's farther behind, but I mean, they're more or less lined up facing the same way. It's got character. Oh, hey, Hummuth, nice to see you here. Welcome into the stream, appreciate you. I'm sorry if I missed your chat a while ago. I hope I wasn't fumbling around with those stupid furnaces too long. I mean, like when I start placing objects, I really kind of zone out sometimes. Forgot to look at the chat. Just about to warm these up just to get these started. Yeah. Trying to, like, fill out another little, like, mini base over here up in the mountains. So I hope you're having a good day or night wherever you happen to be in the world at the moment. And that life's treating you well and so on. Don't know what else I want to put up here yet. I'd like to put the cooking stations. Let me see how much those cost. Well, to make the one I really like, I need steel reinforcement and hardened brick. Fortunately, I have a lot of that. And this I just need wood and stone. Just gonna grab some more of that for my other base right now. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have a. I'm like using Stream Manager on my phone, so it's not like I'm single monitor, so it's not like I have chat right in front of me on another monitor all the time. I try to check it as often as I can remember. Alright, I'm still over encumbered. What am I doing? Alright, one thing I know I don't need right now is ice, so I'll just drop that over here. Also, don't think I have any wood up here, and there's no trees. There's no trees nearby, so I'm wondering where I'm going to get wood to do that other thing there. Oh, they're back already. Yeah, I might actually have to go past this base to go toward where I can find trees again to be able to even get a little bit of wood, unless I want to go all the way back to the volcano base. Should at least be able to put a stove over here. Oh, hello, Rainbow. What's up? Yeah, how you doing? Why do you guys keep trying to dismantle this fountain? Keep trying to pull the lid off. Could be worse. I don't even have a trivial amount of wood to take care of this, do I? Well, anyway, I was going to go over here and try to kill one of these things for blood crystals. So I know that one spawns over here sometimes. Seems to be hit or miss whether it actually wants to come out to play. There it is. Alright, nice. Stamina again. Alright, there we go. I was swinging at nothing for a second there. Alright, I got enough blood crystal to get another couple of sorcery boxes later. Check on my other base down there to my star metal farming base and see what I can do with it. I know I don't really use this base that much anymore, but I'm still really proud of this stupid staircase. You have no idea how long it took me to get this to come out right, as well as it did. I don't know, should I just harvest a bunch of these? Yeah, I have room. I mean, that daily is completely irrelevant because I already finished the battle pass. Because I was doing challenges for the 10 times multiplier every day. Doesn't really mean anything right now. These stumps count? Yeah, I guess they do. I think that's probably enough wood for right now anyway, so... There's really very little reason for me to waste that much more time here. You know, I could move these like anywhere else since this is basically an abandoned base right now, so I'll just take him with me. Still have everything set up to cook more star metal if I farm more meteors, but I don't really do that much at this location anymore. I don't think I set his behavior yet, did I? Alright, I'm going to see what else I can install in here. Now that I have some wood to work with and some branches and stuff. What else do I need over here? This base might be a little bit small for the large campfire, but I'm going to see if I can fit it anyway. Oh, well, my wood's on my horse. Oh, whoa, shit. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that woke me up a little bit. I thought that I was about to get nuked right there. I thought I was, like, 2 seconds away from respawning. Oh, boy. That was a little spicy. I swear these meteors, like, got a bad attitude since one of the updates, because I don't remember this being as much of an issue. I think I saw one stick in the side of the mountain over here. I just have to see where. Yeah, there's one. Where are my exploding arrows? Alright, before I go and try and harvest that, I should probably throw any extra encumbrance I've got onto my horse or something. Let me just take these and put the construction materials and stuff back there. Actually, you know what? I don't even know what is the heaviest stuff I'm carrying right now. Apparently this, and that. Why is that so heavy? I don't know. Yeah, so is that still there? Okay, there it is. It's actually going to be a little tricky getting that one. I might not even be able, now that I cracked it, I might not be able to reach it. Because the problem is I need to be able to shuffle all the way over there and crawl down on top of it along the edge of the mountain. And I might just not have enough stamina to do that. I don't know, is this even makeable? Let me see what I can do. If it looks like I'm not going to make it, I'm going to like let go and slide down before I end up falling to my death here. I wouldn't even be going for this, except they kind of made these harder to find, and it might be the only one I find today out of this. So, let me see if I can... Alright, I can land on it and get my stamina back. How I'm actually going to get back over there is another good question. There might be somewhere to stand, like over here. Yeah. When I go back, I could go look for some other ones. I don't know if I have detect resources on my spell list yet. So I also don't know if I'm going to be able to make this climb to where I need to make it. It's going to be disappointing if I don't. Oh yeah, I think I... Oh, okay, actually made it. Alright, nice. Just zip over here for a minute. You know, I've kind of realized, like, now that I realized where I put this, like, depending on how those meteors scatter when they come in, I could theoretically end up with this space getting shattered by one too. So, kind of wondering like whether the space was even a good investment here. Let me just, like, while we're here, let's get some, since we're going to be trying to use some of this stuff over here. Give them their food back and let them carry my poisons for me, but right now this is the most convenient place to put stuff. You know, if I'm going to be starting to stock the space, then, you know, I may as well. Let's see if we can spot any more of those. Now, I remember, I'm going to check my sorcery thing and see if I have the spell that detects resources, because it might help me find the meteors. Now, the problem is meteors used to leave, like, big smoky trails wherever they landed. See, now this is going to make, like, everything that I can, all the minerals I can harvest, like ice and stone and whatever, these are all going to kind of, like, have a glowing aura once I get close enough to them. So if I look around here, I should be able to see ones that aren't obvious to me. Those are probably black ice nodes up there. The spell is a very nice thing to have once you get it. I'm gonna try and see if this can lead me to another rock. I mean, the only problem is, like, as far as, like, trying to pick out a meteor of an area that has, like, a gazillion rocks everywhere, like, sometimes it's not all that much help unless you're very patient, because, you know, this whole area is basically going to glow in the dark just from all the resource nodes. And it just tells you that there's minerals here. It doesn't tell you what kind. I'm trying to see if anything looks like it might be. See, most of these look like ice crystals and whatnot, so that's not really... I'm trying to see where the meteor's stuck, which I should probably be looking at. Like very often they'll hit the side of a cliff and just sort of, like, stick in there. So that's usually a good place to start looking. Not really seeing any hits right now, though. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Actually, I lied. This is... See, that's highlighted in purple instead of... I think that's one of them. I did not realize it did that. Oh, I should probably get my pickaxe out again. Actually, let me just put this in... yeah, I'll put that over there for now. It's still here that, like, sometimes when you start harvesting it, the model disappears like that. That's just a visual glitch. I still got all the star metal out of it. I don't care how much I'm corrupting myself right now. I just want to make sure I got everything that I could reach. Alright, now I know sometimes one sails over here in this direction. So I'm just going to check this side real quick. Yeah, there's one over there, that purple glow. That's almost certainly a meteor. I think it's going to be one of those stuck in the side of the cliff deals again, though. Also, since corruption, like, lowers your maximum, it nerfs your maximum health and stamina, it's going to make climbing to these, like, progressively more difficult if I keep casting the spell over and over, so I got to be wary of that. Actually, I might have to cast, like, a light spell because I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing.
Linda.
Oh, well, yeah, my, Alright. I think I can blow this up with an explosive arrow while I'm standing on it without killing myself. Alright, looks like that works after all. Yeah, see, it's not supposed to, like, crumble and disappear like that until you do the last swing that shatters it, but the game makes mistakes sometimes. Gaining a lot of corruption doing this, but I'm also gaining a lot of star metal.
Like it.
So do I see any more purple glow around here for those meteors? Let me avoid those because they will attack if they see me. See, I'm not used to actually building corruption because, like, I've been using a dancer for the past as my companion for the past so many sessions that, like, since they're constantly removing corruption, you never really build it up. See if any landed over here. I don't think they land this far this way. Wait, did I see a little glimpse of purple, or did I imagine that? Let me try that again. Are you serious? Stop. Not having this today. you get to medium corruption, you can actually... That's actually what unlocks, like, being able to cast certain spells that you can't cast otherwise. Well, that's obviously only temporary until you get rid of corruption again. So, presumably, if you're like a sorcerer, that I was really sure that I saw purple up there somewhere for just like a fraction of a second. Unless I'm completely losing my mind. Okay, here we go. Alright. I think that about does it for now, and I'm just going to leave those poor goats alone. I don't have any more slots on my horse. Let me... Here, you can carry some of this so we'll get where we're going. I don't know why you're carrying honey anyway. I know I have enough of the other ingredients to finish this batch, at least, so... Here. Yeah, there we go. And I'll come back for that some other time, because that takes forever to get that done, especially since I don't have blacksmiths anymore here. Because I didn't want to get any more of them killed when meteors land in my base instead of near it, so... I think my light spell is going to be running out soon. This is just fine. I don't really need it anymore right now. Alright, that actually just sort of barely kind of... Oh, wait, that's clipping through it. That's annoying. Yeah, maybe this was a bad idea. I could use this space over here. Try and place it correctly. Yeah, close enough, I guess. I don't know. Don't want to fiddle with that all day. Bothers me that it's lopsided, though. I could also just move it instead of removing it every time. I'm just like, when I do it wrong, I kind of like feel like I want to start over fresh. Yeah, it's a little more lined up. I'll take that and stay with it. Wonder what else I can fit around here. Need more bricks for that. Need more bricks for that. I mean, do I really need anything else here except maybe just throw a bed in the corner and call it a day? I don't have any hides or twine for that. Can't make up my mind about stuff, did I? Also really shouldn't be using this for a storage bench. I should be probably just making a chest somewhere. I mean, if I just want to make a crappy storage box, I can have plenty of wood to do that. Keep forgetting I have all these like weird like specialized ones unlocked from this is from this is battle pass stuff, but like you have special, like I guess it's to help you keep your base organized, because you can like see by looking at the container what type it's supposed to be. So there's like one that's marked for, for plant stuff, one that's marked for minerals, one that's marked for like skins and hides, and one for wood cutting. So they're kind of like, since they're easily identifiable from a distance, you're not like, oh, which box did I put that in? I might actually try and use some of those when I get back to my other base. So yeah, actually, I was going to make a storage box, wasn't I? Okay. I mean, I could make two even. See, these are a little big for a small base, but the regular little boxes should be fine. I don't have twine. Fuck me. Alright, never mind. Put at least some food in his inventory so that he has something to eat for leveling purposes. I might actually just let him hold on to the rest of this. While I'm here, let's take care of these. Forgot I had that equipped. Okay, let's switch back to the Serpent Man arrows and not the exploding ones. That was a waste of a really good arrow, but it was funny. goodness. I keep wondering what some of these spells do, and I'm going to try and take another crack at playing around with this. Because I know that I have, what is it? I'm deliberately trying to corrupt myself a little bit more because I know I need to be a little more corruption for, what do you call it? I was at Lake Corruption. I don't know where I lost any. Maybe I got too close to my base where my dancers are. I'm not sure how I lost Corruption there. It doesn't say Lake Corruption anymore. I mean, I could also cast the light spell again. That would also give me some.
Like it.
Oh, that's not what I remember. Oh, wasn't it also... Yeah, you know, it's not the thing I was trying to do still. I know this was casting this detect resources thing was corrupting me quite a bit before, and I don't know why it's sort of not doing it now. As far as I know, like, wolves as followers, like, don't remove corruption, so I don't know what's stopping me from getting corrupted more. Oh, okay, I am at 20. It just doesn't... It's not saying that I am, but apparently I am at light corruption. So, if, yeah, like you have these that can cast when I'm... Even when I'm not corrupted. And, I'm still kind of... I don't remember what this does. Yeah, apparently this, like, creates a barrier like this. I'm not really sure. Like, I think it's more like that if you're, you know, say if a group of enemies are coming, that like you can sort of make this little thing where they have to come single file through one of these gaps, like sort of just to make it sort of as a crowd control thing, I guess. I don't know if like enemies like running into this does damage to them or whatever. You can also apparently climb these, so I guess like you could theoretically use this to give yourself a boost. Doesn't really feel like the most useful thing in the world, though. It is very fancy looking. I'll have to look into that later. Now, as far as yes, go right again. Channel pure darkness and terror to surround your being. Harvests and recalls minerals in an area around the caster. That's actually kind of wacky. You know where I want to try that? I know where I want to try that. Actually, let's go back to where we were. I have an idea. This is going to be very funny if it actually works. And hopefully it doesn't, like, crash the game or something, but, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, something also it didn't occur to me to do is I wonder if detect resources uncovers those blood crystal monsters so that you know where to go, that they, like, pop out of the ground for you. Because that would be really amazing if it did that. I know I've got star metal cooking in those furnaces, but I mean that really takes a long time. So probably not really the best thing to do right now. In an area around the, you know, it says in an area around the caster. It doesn't say how much of an area, so I guess we're gonna find out. Now, this is a whole bunch of ironstone and whatever, so... Let me see what we can do. See how this works. Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, so that basically just instantly pickaxed like everything in a pretty good radius. It also gave me a shit ton of corruption. Alright, it didn't reach all the way over here, so at least I have some idea of what the radius is like. Do I have room on here? Yeah, alright. Okay, let's get out of here. How's this doing? Yeah, as I expected, like, this is not even close to done. That's just getting started. What are you raising the barn? Close the door. Still have a nice bed in there. Okay. You guys coming? Great. Can't let you do that, Star Fox. There we go. If that thing is here again, I'm gonna try and whack it again. I don't think it is, though. Oh, okay, he's coming up again. Good. Could always use more blood crystal. Just not to open that stupid Boston. That's gonna kill me again. I hope he doesn't kill my wolf. I didn't think about that before I came here. I don't know how hard it gets as far as really low-level followers. He doesn't seem to be hitting anything at all. He seems to be missing. Alright. Oh, and that thing that harvests all of the stuff at once, that's like those higher level spells require, instead of the burlap bag, which is the cheapest one to make, they require the cloth bag, which needs slightly better stuff. I think the cloth bag you can only make with, you need gold dust for that. I also got some of this time. Pew Pew Gamer, thank you for, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Spider Tribe. I hope you're having a good night, or a day, or whatever, wherever you are. What am I doing right now? Okay. I got this. I know these doors auto-close, but anyway, but I think it just takes a minute. Letting all the hot air out. Yep, definitely getting to the point where this chair starts to hurt a little bit. Should have been taking a couple of breaks while doing this, but I got carried away here. Haven't streamed in a little bit, so... put some of these things away here. What was I doing from here again? Nothing else too urgent. I think I almost went off the side of the cliff there. You know, having my health and stamina nerfed this far by the corruption is like, as cool as that harvest spell was and everything, this is like having like almost half my power gone to be able to, you know, because like I had to give you the 20% just to be able to cast it, and then it gave me like about another 20% when I did cast it. Alright, I think... Where can I park one of these? Let's leave them here for now. What's kind of interesting that that's a thing you can do now, though. That probably makes a huge difference as far as, like, where the resources are placed. That, like, it really matters a lot more. Like, if there's a bunch of them placed very close together. Like, the exact radius that that spell covers could kind of be a big deal. Although things tend to be placed in clusters anyway, so maybe it's not much of a change. Didn't I have some drinks in one of these? Yeah, I did. Alright. I think I'd bought a bunch from that guy at the volcano. Gonna stash these here for right now. Don't know what else to do with them. No. What am I doing here? think I might be out of ideas for right now. Maybe I should just give it a rest. Well, at least all that corruption's gone now. Thank goodness. Alright. Alright, I think I'm probably calling it here. Well, I'm going to give that a rest for right now because I think the sun is coming up around here, or starting to, and I'm getting probably been doing this long enough. So this this Twitch video will get the Twitch stream will get exported as a video to my YouTube channel when I get the chance. I'm glad I got back into this, but I'm probably going to be doing something else next session, or not, you never know. I'd like to do Destiny 2 again, because I've been starting to enjoy playing that. But, again, there's like a zillion, I want to go back to my Oblivion run. There's a zillion other games that I've, older stuff that I've kind of always meant to stream and never get around to it, because I'm always doing this. So I might want to give the seasonal battle pass bullshit and whatever a rest for a while and just do some classics. I'm actually starting to miss some of those because it's like, I'm kind of it keeps me busy. I've been having a fun time with it, but I don't want to get completely burned out on just doing dailies and whatnot. So, and I will not likely at all be doing that boss dungeon. So that's if you were waiting to see that, I'm sorry. I probably cannot survive that. I don't think I have the skills. I think I need a better gamer chair for that. Anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and I will catch you next time. Stay safe till then. Bye bye.